When I think of Coyote Hill, I think of the place where I finally was able to be a kid again. My dad was incarcerated when I was 10. My parents eventually got a divorce, so my mom was like paying on the mortgage. So she was working full time, and I was left to watching the kids every day. And so I was 11 or 12 at that time, like watching 6 of my siblings. And eventually, we couldn't afford living at the house we were at. So we moved around a lot. We moved from hotel to hotel. I can't even tell you how many times we moved. We were living in a tent for about 2 weeks. I think social services was called multiple times, and they came out, and my mom was saying, like, we're looking for a house. That wasn't really the case. We didn't have anywhere to live. And then I kind of pulled the social worker aside and was like, okay, this isn't what's happening. Like, this is really what's happening. We are not living anywhere. None of us have been in school. And like, this is our situation. So from there, she, got other people involved. And from there we went to Coyote Hill. My time at Coyote Hill, like, I started out there, I kind of felt lost, didn't really know who I was. I was almost like a little adult, like I was taking care of my siblings, and my little sister was calling me mom when I was like 12, from the time I was 12 years old. So when I got there, I kind of had a little bit of space. I got to interact with kids my own age, and I really got to like be a kid. I found consistency and people who wanted to see me grow and people who wanted to see me do better in life. Most people don't realize in a foster situation, families don't get to stay together. Oftentimes they're split apart, different counties, different foster homes, a little bit everywhere. Especially with me and 6 other of my siblings, we got the opportunity to stay together. Like, everybody was within walking distance. If I wanted to see my brother, I could just walk to his room. And that was so, so important to me and so important to my growth at Coyote Hill. When I left, I felt like I grew so much. I knew who I was. I knew where I found my identity, and I just felt like a new person. I think every year I grow, for sure, and it's so nice to look back on where I was and where I am now. And I am very blessed because I have a family that loves me, and I have a husband that loves me, and I have an amazing job and amazing support system. And I just see so many blessings in my life that God has given me.
I've been able to be a part of Coyote Hill for the last 28 years since the very beginning, and financially and also in other different ways. So when Larry came up with the idea of, well, we want to start a children's home, Coyote Hill, Pete and I we couldn't get a grasp on that, what he meant, but oh, he was so excited. And Kathy was also, and had such a vision for this that, we wanted to be a part of that too. So.
In the early days of the board meetings, some of the times we spent the entire time praying for God's provision. Wasn't sure where milk was going to come from. And then I could just see year after year that momentum changing and people understanding. And with that, the number of folks that have been called to give and able to give has increased.
So Renee and I started giving roughly 10 years ago, at a time in our lives when we really didn't have a lot of money, but we felt strongly about the Coyote Hill mission and everything that they stood for. I think it's our duty as Christians to step up and to give of what we're blessed with to help those other individuals.
When I first heard of Parent Partners, I just thought it was a great idea, it's going to impact the children and the homes, and there's so much. I mean, I have 4 kids, so I know, what there is to pay for when you run a home. So, just the convenience, it's so easy to do, and yet so beneficial, and so appreciated, I think. On their website they say, it could be $5, $10, it could be any amount per month. Not to look at the amount of money, but just your consistent, faithful giving is what is going to impact the kids.
I mean, I don't think Coyote Hill would be what it is today without the generosity of the donors and the people coming alongside Coyote Hill and seeing the vision and seeing that there's more to these kids' lives and seeing that that's the future, like the next generation coming up, like it starts with the kids.